Hey everyone, my name is Anders, and today we are going to go over this week's test server patch for Black Desert. This is one of the larger updates we've seen, so there is a lot to get to. First, we're going to talk about the CC, SA, and forward guard changes that were proposed last week. They have heard player feedback and are now offering 3 options moving forward. So the first option would be to make defense checks tight, adding skills or CC that can break through defense checks. This way you have more survivability in PvE and PvP, but can also be punished. The second option is to reduce the number of super armor skills in the game and then increase the amount of forward guard skills instead. This would increase your survivability in PvE and PvP, but also make it so classes that don't have grapple skills can punish you. The third option would be to maintain the CC and protection changes we saw in the last week's test server update, and instead just give every single class a grapple skill. This way you have more protection throughout and can punish by using a grapple ability like everybody else. These are some drastically different approaches to balance, so I'm eager to see what you guys think down in the comments. Personally, I think option 2 would be the best moving forward, so forward guard instead of super armor, that would be the best, and I hope no one thinks that the third option is the way to go. But moving on, we have scholar improvements as well this week. So for core fusion, the distance traveled has increased. Stamina will no longer recover while using the skill. There will be no collision check while moving as well, and camera movement will rotate the character before the attack. For flow golden vines and flow golden pillar, when they are on cooldown, the critical hit chance has been changed to no longer apply. For flow repulsion, it has been improved so that it can be linked after any jump or dash skill by pressing LMB. While using hammer spin, you must press the C key again to activate the core fusion skill. The BSR animation speed of the 100% potential energy skill has been improved. Gravity anchor will now apply when using the skill in shallow water. Infinite power, hammerfall, and the core fusion sledgehammer attack will now apply a wider AoE in front of scholar. Flow golden thunder attack range has been slightly increased to match the actual effect, and the hammer spin bug where the first and second hit were applied differently has been fixed. That's all for class balance. Now for content update, Black Shrine Teleport is coming to the game. This will allow you to teleport into the Black Shrine boss fight from anywhere on the map. When the fight is over, you will return to your original location. Really nice change. Valencia jail guards got buffed with this patch, so their attack power has increased, their detection timers have been reduced, and they will also always apply a movement speed debuff on you when attacked. Elixirs have been revamped as well, so party elixirs have been converted into this new reformed elixir. Normal elixirs will now apply to all party members, and the duration of the effects have been increased. So green elixirs will now last 10 minutes, blue elixirs will now last 15 minutes, and all effects will apply to you and your nearby party members. If you had party elixirs in your storage, they're going to be converted into this new version of elixir, and any alt tiers that you had that were used to make elixirs into party elixirs, because they're being removed from the game, if you had any, you can sell them to vendors at the same cost that you bought them for. This has also changed one of the objectives in the adventure log, so you don't need that item anymore. Items like scrolls, relics, voodoo scrolls, and so on have been changed to now be a stackable item. They have added a new inventory function called Yaz's Bag that will allow you to take those stacked relics, for example, combine them in this new window, and then instantly get all of the relic scrolls at once without needing to do them one by one. This is an amazing change. This worked for all combination items as well, including Ataraxian items. For monster zone changes, we have only a couple of things. Dekia Tunkuda no longer applies Agris for the Chaos Ulutuka monster, the elite. Instead, the base trash loot from this monster and the other normal monsters have been increased from 80 to 150 trash loot to 150 to 200 trash loot for the elite, and from 2 to 3 to now 4 to 6 trash loot per normal monster. When the elite summon message appears, the summon time has also been reduced by half. For Gyphon Underground, they have changed so that the Butcher, the elite that comes out, the trash loot, will no longer be affected by Agris for the Butcher when he is killed. When riding mounts inside Akhman and Histria, they will no longer die, and you can now actually summon them inside Akhman and Histria. Daily quests that were once time-gated have become repeatable quests or one-time family quests as well. This includes the Apharius Sailboat and Frigga quest. The normal quest we used to do as a daily is now a one-time family quest, and the repeatable quest for that design has instead been changed to an exchangeable quest where it asks you for ruby, sapphire, topaz, emerald, or diamonds as an exchange for one design of your choice. The same has has been improved for the Florchestra instrument quest. The CP XP has been removed, but the due item you get has been increased to 10 across the board on all quests. The same thing for Marnie instruments, they're now a repeatable quest, and for Forest Pathwagon, they will now have a one-time family quest you can do, and then a new repeatable quest for the item you need to craft the wagon. For quest items that you get for main story stuff, they added a silver value to some of them so you can sell it to a vendor when you're done with the story, but again, this is only for a few of them. The rest of the items will be deleted after you complete their main story. The tutorial can now be skipped, though you will still need to do combat portions, and this is obviously for the first time you do the tutorial because you can already skip it after you've done it once, but the first time you can skip through the cutscenes and the dialogue, only do the combat portions. And they've also added tips on controls, and some of the dialogue has been changed if you do end up not skipping those cutscenes. For guilds, the guild galley crafting process has been improved. You can now get more products per craft depending on your processing level. You can now take the green grade galley gear and convert it into improved green grade galley gear that can be used on your galley. They have also made a new improved blue version of galley gear that can be crafted through a guild house. You can use the life and combat tokens from guild missions to exchange for items that you may need in the crafting process, which is really nice to see. For Shai, they improved the ability to tag with other classes. The caveat is that you will still not be able to use your soul as an awakening dandelion weapon, for example. Instead, when you tag, say, a scholar to your Shai, when you do the gear copy, you can select an awakening weapon in your Shai's inventory to convert into the scholar awakening weapon. They've also changed a few quest requirements for things like Alistan energy conversion, Ulukita main story unlock, and some other minor quest changes. And that's all for this patch. A lot of quality of life, great changes. I think they will be going live next week in Korea only, so for global we may be looking at January 10 as when we will be getting most of these changes. As for the class balance, let me know what you think is the best option for the game going forward, and if I don't see you before the end of the year, Happy New Year's. I hope you have a good one, and as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.